Oh, the weather outside is frightful,
but inside is so delightful.
it's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Oh, let's review.
Season 2!
Bomb.
Bum.
Bum.
Nice. All right, everyone. Yeah, Season 2 of Christmas in July. Never thought we'd get here. Feels good, doesn't it, BlueDragonFive? Feels good that the next 31 days of our life are going to be spent watching Christmas episodes and doing notes and then talking about said notes, and it's going to drive us insane, but I'm going to love it anyways. What do you think?
That sounds merry to me.
Yeah. No, but seriously, we got a really good response from the first Christmas in July. I mean, as always with this channel, I think probably the thing that people get confused with is the fact that it's podcasts and not edited videos. I try and put podcast in the title. I don't have podcast in the title right now, actually. Well, edit it. But anyway, so hopefully, hopefully we don't confuse people this time, because I know that was kind of one of the issues of Christmas in July, even though a lot of people did like it. So we figured last episode, or last Christmas in July, and for those of you who don't know, Christmas in July is our epic event, our epic month-long event, one of the main events here on the So You Want to Be an Imagineer YouTube channel, where we, for every day of the month of July, we look at a different Christmas special that has to have come from a TV show. That's the only criteria. It has to have come from a TV show. So last July 1st, we did Hey Arnold, Arnold's Christmas. And, of course, that was a big emotional one. And then BlueDragonFive, why did we choose this particular Rugrats Christmas special to kick things off?
Well, we like to have a few Nickelodeon picks on this season, but importantly, why this one above all, this specific Rugrats episode, because last season with something that wasn't necessarily Nickelodeon, we had Ed, Edd and Eddy, their Christmas in July special, which kind of sparked the whole idea for this, at least for me. That was my first introduction to what Christmas in July is as a concept.
We were literally just talking about Ed, Edd and Eddy and then Christmas in July. And, hey, remember when Cartoon Network used to do Christmas in July? And I was like, we should review Christmas specials in July. And then now we're here doing the second one.
Exactly. And
how time flies.
And Rugrats is in the similar vein of basically Christmas, literally in the summer season, and that's.
I wish it was in July, but it's in August. But whatever, I'll still give it a pass.
July, it's it's close enough. Point is, it kind of encapsulates what we're going for here. So it may not be as emotional and kind of award-winning as Halo probably should be, but still,
we'll get into the emotional heavy hitters as we go on. Make no mistake about that. We definitely got some.
Oh, we got some real heavy. If you thought last year you walked away with just like a soapbox of tissues, you're gonna need like a whole truckload of them for this season.
Just you wait for the Yo Gabba Gabba Christmas special. It's gonna move you to tears.
It's so sad.
Well, for different reasons.
The tall one dies.
Well, no, the blue one has leukemia.
The Aquabats make a cameo, and then they all die. All of them.
But again, back to the joy of Christmas.
They prevail.
All right,
as
anyways.
we said, we're talking about Rugrats. What's the episode specifically, Tiki? What's our title here?
Oh, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Are you guys enjoying my deep singing voice?
It's very basic.
I'm trying to work on it. Anyways.
Basic isn't a bad thing.
Okay, so yeah, let it snow. Do you want to jump right into it? We have notes. AdvBlueDude, you got your notes in front of you?
I do.
All right. Sounds good. So, BlueDragonFive, first of all, BlueDragonFive, do you have any sort of background on this?
Not much, not really. It's
what season is it? Do you at least know that much?
I believe 4. I'm
4.
It's pretty sure it's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
It is.
Yeah. It's still relatively early because Dill's not in it.
Yeah, I remember this one was kind of coupled. See, the thing with the Rugrats episodes, a lot of time with anything animated, there are a lot of times they're kind of segmented into like kind of packaged, the 2 episodes per viewing, like 11 minutes per episode. About that.
Not so much with Cartoon Network nowadays because they tend to release more 15-minute shows to fill up like more new episodes and whatnot, and do more shows at a time. But I kind of like it that way, though.
Right. Anyway, so like this one was packaged, I believe,
reruns
with the one where Angelica has the voice changer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's what I really kind of remember from watching this one, and just that I guess not exactly background on the making of, because the thing with Nickelodeon is you don't really get a lot of good background like kind of making the Nickelodeon episodes. It's kind of not a shroud of mystery or anything, but it's like it's happened just it was kind of Nickelodeon.
There was that one Rugrats documentary they did for the 10-year anniversary.
Well, yeah,
I remember that.
It's really about it though, you know. It's about kind of the genesis of the series.
I remember it happening. I don't remember like anything about it really.
I remember it's just about the genesis of the series, but yeah, basically it's kind of like it's fun. Nickelodeon kind of have that shroud of like, hey, we're just producing hit after hit of these brilliant concepts we're making in the series. You don't need to know anything. It's kind of how the vein of Nickelodeon was.
I think it sounds so much
darker.
darker.
That was, I know, right?
It sounds like they're doing drugs.
Those bastards making quality children's entertainment.
Oh,
Next thing you know, Pixar's going to be an evil corporation.
But the main thing actually with Nickelodeon was like they were really striving for creator-based shows, and that's why I have like a lot of nowadays, but back in the day, controversy with shows like Ren and Snippy were creative control kind of, it spirals out of control. That's ultimately happened to a lot of Nickelodeon series, kind of the main guy in charge, kind of things will either go positively or negatively with those guys, and that would kind of spiral the show in a similar route. Like a guy created Rocko's Modern Life, he suffered a tragedy during the making of that show. And, the stuff with Chris Felucci, Ren and Stimpy, I'm not going to get into that. It's very
right, yeah.
So I guess with that, this one always stuck in my mind. That's kind of why I brought it up again. It's just kind of let us know. It's just like kind of this really clean premise of an episode. Like, well, the babies, they think it's Christmas time. It's just this brilliant premise of, well, they just kind of, well, when adults get the Christmas decorations out, when they're either cleaning or when they're just, in this case, doing Christmas card, which people do. I mean, if you were a baby, it's just the illogical logic of, well, what do you think is going on if you're a kid? You see Christmas again? We get a second Christmas?
You know what? It did kind of make me nostalgic, because I do remember, like, when I was a kid and I'd see Christmas stuff just lying around the house, I'd get a little excited. I'd be, Christmas?
Exactly.
Is this going to be, like, like a Christmas in July, like, one present sort of deal? Is it going to be, like, a little appetizer, if you will?
Yeah, it's funny. It just kind of shows you how you attach these you attach these feelings and just like these yearly feelings to just these hallmarks of visual imagery. If like you see the tree, must be Christmas. I feel happy. I feel jolly. Let's embrace that. And that's kind of the whole premise of Christmas in July as a concept, and that's what we get in this episode. So let's get into it.
All right. So we start. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Good.
Okay, so we start with, like classic Rugrats fashion. It's like, hey, we're showing you a close-up of something, but oh snap, it's not what it appears to be. In this case, it's snow falling, but it's snow falling into a snow globe.
Which I thought was clever. But by the way, just like you see snow, it's called Let It Snow. It's nice.
It's not as disturbing as the opening shot that went inside Spike's mouth.
Yeah, that one. However, also, it's kind of funny. Like, thankfully, the snow globe does not get broken, like a famous movie.
Yeah. Oh God.
So why are we seeing
the Rugrats? I could have easily seen that happening because they did a whole Godfather parody in their movie.
I love that, but that's for another discussion. But
forget it, Jake. This is Cloud Town.
Don't distract us back to Christmas. Okay, so why are we seeing a snow globe?
For the record, that's the second Forget It, Jake. This is Cloud Town reference in a row on the So You Want to Be an Imagineer YouTube channel.
Good.
I also said one when we were talking about the clouds on the new Peter Pan's flight with Monkey. I'm working it in there. It's becoming a thing.
All right. You're bringing it back. Okay.
It's a thing.
So why are we seeing a snow globe?
We're seeing a snow globe because Grandpa Lou wants to do Christmas cards early.
Yay!
It's August, and Dee Dee, she's like, oh, that means there's only 112 happy days left of man.
My God, she sounds deaf.
Dee Dee.
Hey, BlueDragonFive, did you watch the YouTube video that was under the Angelica episodes channel?
Well, are you asking, is that where I watched the episode?
Yeah.
No, I watched it somewhere. I saw that, but I watched it somewhere else because it was back.
Okay, well, first of all, I think it's kind of funny that it's under a channel called Angelica episodes and there's no Angelica in it.
Yeah, that was
Just
pretty
thought I'd
funny.
point that
This episode had no Angelica.
No
I like to
Angelica.
believe that none of those episodes on that channel have
It was
Angelica.
pretty peaceful, I gotta tell you.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Like,
I gotta tell you, it's nice, it feels like it's like a nice peaceful breather without Angelica, you know?
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, like this, you know how some, actually a lot of videos, like, YouTube has a lot of cartoons, but they're all sped up.
Yeah.
And, so, if you think Dee Dee's voice is annoying, you should hear Dee Dee's voice sped up about 10%.
It's not so much her voice, it's just her very poor decision-making that really annoys me.
No, but her sped up voice will also annoy you. Trust me.
Anyway, so Dee Dee, and she questions, what's with the decorations? He actually has some sound logic, which I did love this idea for the premise of, like, why so much in the summer? Why close to July? Why in August? Why in the summer?
Because you people, when you do the cards in November, they don't get sent out until February.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know why Grandpa Lou suddenly has a southern accent. I apologize.
Conflict! Basically, every October we send them out, they come in February.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not servicing Grandpa Lou.
No, we're not.
Anyway, so also there's like kind of a setup early in the episode. We have I believe it's I forget who brings it up. I think it's Stu, or like just Dee Dee reminding Grandpa Lou, says, don't forget to bring the toys for the Good Samaritan Army, which I think is kind of a funny name.
The Good Samaritan Army. That is funny. I didn't notice that.
Basically, you know, like a Salvation Army type deal.
Yeah,
The old toys are there for the kids and everyone overseas.
That's subtle.
Yeah. Anyway, so he says, I'll get it. I believe it's Grandpa Lou because he's going upstairs.
I think it's Grandpa, yeah. And he comes down with it, so it only makes sense.
Anyway, so now Christmas is on her mind, so Dee Dee goes to the little trusty photo album, and it's like on the table, so she pulls it up, and then she looks through the picture and says, oh, Stu, because again, it's for the Christmas card.
Oh, Stu.
Yeah, basically, he can never, I love this run, I love this gag, this is such like a human gag, like, well, he can never stand still because he's always blurring the picture, which kind of remind me of like on My Name Is Earl. There's a running gag in that show. It's really hilarious that Jason Lee's character Earl, whenever he has a picture taken, he always blinks during it, so he never has a photo with his eyes open.
Right.
So it's kind of
Blue Dude. You want to take it from here?
yes, where did we last leave off then? We left right.
Blurry Stew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blurry Stew.
Blurry Stew.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, there's a heat wave. Sorry, I'm just looking over my notes.
Weatherman.
Yeah, there's a heat wave. There's a weather band saying stuff. The Rugrats are going onto a tree. There aren't any presents because Santa probably didn't know either that it was Christmas. So no one's getting presents. And Santa can always hear them, but Chucky doesn't like that.
I like that gag. Well, Santa can hear us, right, guys? So if we just... I don't like that Santa can always hear us.
I gotta tell you, again, we don't want to just bring everyone down. Just hearing her again, just kind of, you really still appreciate her after all that. She gave Chucky the best delivery on the one-liner. She really, this episode is like a blast from the past.
Oh, it is. It really is. Okay.
And also, which is with this scene, I want to mention, like, again, just I love these kind of the discovery of this logical discovery on the kids throughout the episode. And one is, first of all, the whole side thing is like when the weatherman's like predicting more heat. You see on the screen, it's like it's hot enough apparently for like fire hydrants being used, like kind of the New York Hey Arnold style, like.
You would never see that in California these days. Let me tell you.
And
if you tried to pull that shit in California right now during the drought, you'd be like literally probably arrested.
And apparently it's so hot you can fry an egg literally on the ground.
It was so hot a few days ago that I sat down on a bench and it literally felt like it was painful, just straight painful.
I'm gonna trust you
Alright.
stood after you sat down there for a bit.
I had to tie my shoe.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was just like, my ass, it burns, I'm sorry for that visual image. You guys didn't need that.
Yeah, that's not a happy Christmas
I
memory.
had to tell you
So-
fucking shoe.
Okay, so basically, I love the logic here with the kids. Like they're saying, okay, well, there's no gifts under the tree, so oh no, maybe he didn't come yet. And I love this side. Tommy just kind of bringing the fun logic here. Like, well, maybe he didn't know either. We didn't know it was Christmas. Maybe he doesn't know either. I just love this.
I love how confident he is. He's just like, well, Santa, it's like it just makes sense. We didn't know, so of course Santa didn't know.
Yeah, it's just so sweet and innocent. Because sometimes with the Rugrat plots, you just go like, man, they really just kind of jump the gun on that situation. But this one's actually like you can just buy it. They're like, okay, well, just because it's just delivered so sweet and so innocently, they're like, well, he didn't know. Maybe we gotta remind him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then they think, okay, well, how do we kind of elf logic here? Like, well, how do we spread Christmas cheer? Okay, well, we sing Christmas songs. That's what they do. The Christmas carols they're singing, Let's Baby Talk to the Outside. Meanwhile, before we cut back to them, we got Stu doing laundry, and he's eager for the Weather Channel. So what do you think of this runner?
It's kind of a random, running gag that gets us to the snow. I mean, it makes sense. We need it to be there, but I think it's just kind of out of nowhere. It's like, oh, Stu, do the laundry.
Well, do you mean the laundry or the Weather Channel thing?
Well, no, the Weather Channel thing makes sense because it's in summer and, it's a heat wave, and so it's a nice kind of contrast. It's like, okay, we know that it's summer, they really hammer it in there. But I'm talking with Stu, it's just kind of like it's just something random that he's doing that happens to lead to the snow.
Well, I got kind of a reverse with that, Tiki. It's like I don't have any problem with the laundry thing because it makes sense.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the thing with the weather is like it's not. Again, I don't have a problem with either. But the thing with the weather is that it just rings like such an old person thing. Like they're always obsessed with the weather.
Right.
Like seriously, every grandfather, I guess, even with father, sometimes they're slowly getting to that point where they just periodically check the Weather Channel. It's like an actual movie channel almost for the old person.
Don't joke about the weather because it's kind of like it's a sensitive topic for Californians. Right?
Okay, well I'm just saying over here in a lot of other places I'm hearing these things.
God, we need rain.
We've had rain all week.
Fuck you.
Always
Burn in
obsessed with
hell.
the weather, though.
Kill him! All the Californians are going to come over there and take your rain.
I can never understand
You know what I
the
did?
obsession with the weather is.
Christmas in July, everyone. Good to be back.
I
Anyway,
left the sink running for a half hour and I was not arrested.
You wouldn't be arrested, but you'd
No, I
probably
know.
be fined.
I don't.
well, Stu in classic fashion here, he's kind of in classic Rugrats fashion. Dee Dee at the last, well, not the last minute, but Dee Dee just kind of launders literally Stu with a task here. He's got to do it, but of course Stu being kind of being an inventive type, being kind of focused on the next thing, focused on whatever project he's got working at the moment. He's a little distracted. He just figures I'm going to put them all in one load. That comes later, mind you, but still, he's just like I said. He's kind of shrugging this off to the side while he's obsessed with the weather. Meanwhile, they hear the babies trying to sing. So Dee Dee checks it out, and they're going in there seeing what's wrong with them. Like, what? Well, I've never seen them do this before. Do.
Yeah, they're all like, That's the best I can do.
They were singing
That's the
along.
best I can do.
So they think their singing's
That was
paid off when
beautiful.
they hear bells ringing. They hear sleigh bells, but nope, it's just and they see boots, but nope, it's Grandpa in his Santa boots.
Nothing else.
Then Chucky steals the scene with just this great line saying, "Well, I thought it sounded pretty too." So he's like, they're all defeated, like, "Oh, it didn't work. Well, I thought it sounded pretty too."
Oh man!
just the sincerity on Chucky never ceases to amuse.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's Phil come up with here, Adventure Blue? What's his idea?
I do not have that in my notes.
Okay, so what's the next plan here?
Literally, all I have in my notes is Phil and Lil want to lick it.
Ah.
Yeah, that does not sound good out of
You gotta finish up. You can't write that shorthand, Tiki. It's
I
just not
know.
right.
I know.
Anyway.
I apologize. Oh God.
Anyways, basically,
I think the next plan is to write to the weatherman, right?
they get there. It's like Phil just has like the idea about snow. You know,
Okay.
it needs some snow to single him. And they believe the weatherman's in control because Tommy thinks the weatherman's in control of the weather.
Again, adorable baby logic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Adorable baby logic. Take us through it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and I also I love the line. Oh, he really doesn't like Michigan. And you know what? He also doesn't like California right now, don't you, weatherman? You damn bastard! Come over here and get us some rain.
Hey, he just reads from the teleprompter. Take it easy.
Somebody's salty.
I'm just disappointed.
You're just dry as
I'm
California.
trying to make it seem like California is on the brink of a post-apocalyptic landscape.
Yeah, it's just like
California's now
Interstellar. They
Mad
have the
Max.
dust storms and everything.
Okay, so anyways, so let's see.
The logic here is that they believe the weatherman's actually in control of the weather because Tommy's father always gets mad at the weatherman.
Okay, so they're writing letter and crayon. Chucky, again, sincerity. He's like, come on, guys, I'm trying to make up letters.
Because, again, the kind of funny reoccurring conceit in the Rugrats show is that, first of all, I love that Lil gets the idea. Everyone gets a little part in this thing, so Lil gets the idea, oh, let's write them. So they get a writing, and basically in kind of classic Rugrats fashion, as with all, whenever the babies attempt to write, because again, they are babies after all, they're not quite there yet with all like speaking and communicating what their thoughts are in a little group to the outside world. So when they write in crayon scribbles. And again, I love how Chucky's just been elected as kind of the dictator, not the dictator, but like what's the something like that. You know, the one the secretarial role. You know, the one who writes, not stenographer, but you know what I mean.
The one who writes.
Yeah, the one who writes, the writer. So
Secretary.
Budge is like, Chucky's the one who's taking all this down. I guess just speaking to him and just telling him what to say, and like they're all coming with ideas and stuff. And they just says, "Guys, I'm trying to make up letters." The idea they don't know what letters are. I'm trying to make up letters, and all the letters are making up are scribbles.
I'm surprised they even know. They probably don't even know what the concept of a letter is. They just know.
Well, no, they do. Yeah, they do know what the concept of a letter is because like Lord Tom, they have that great bit where like Chucky says, "Well, okay, you got it all down there." Says, "Well, no, you need to sign it."
They have a concept of language as well.
Oh, they have an amazing concept of language. Holy
There's
shit.
a lot of scientific questions.
I gotta tell you,
Don't make me pull out the Rugrats theory. Do not make me pull out the Rugrats theory.
Just because they're dead doesn't mean they have a they don't have a language.
No theory.
I'll
Just 'cause
bring
they're dead
that. I'll
doesn't mean
bring
they
the
don't have a
show
language.
right the hell down.
No.
Ghosts have a language. You don't know that.
All right.
So, as I was saying, so then, so yeah, I just love this. I love this.
Two kids hitting a ball on their head. Fuck up childhood and whatnot. All right, moving on.
Yeah, so the setting, I just love the staging of this scene too, like Tommy going back and forth, just kind of classic businessman writing, telling the secretary to take down his words, you know? Just like he's going back and forth saying, he's writing to the weatherman saying, it's Christmas time, but don't worry, Santa forgot to. I just love that. Just Tommy's going back and forth a little confident
Don't
saying,
worry.
hey, don't worry, Santa forgot to.
Put it in the antelope.
Yeah, that's the fun little gig. The antelope, and then they have the lick battle.
Oh, and that's where I got the Phil and Lil want to lick it. Okay.
Oh, that's what they want to
See?
lick.
Yeah, see, that makes a little bit... Okay, now you know.
Yeah,
now
Chris
you
Hansen,
know.
you can relax now. Tiki's clarified that for us.
Yeah. They want to lick an envelope.
Yes.
Okay.
So then, okay.
Oh God, the next sentence isn't much better. The next sentence is, why don't they both lick it?
Oh, God. Tiki, not proofread this stuff.
No, I don't, because they're fucking notes. It's not like it's a homework assignment. So no, I don't proofread that.
Even then,
I know, that is pretty bad.
I'm sworn in knocking college assignments.
All right, okay. Enough jail time aside, let's get through this. So, okay, so they finally agree. Like, why don't you both lick the envelope? They do that, and then they stuff the. They said, "Wait, I gotta sign it." Sign it, put it in the envelope, put it through a little mail slot. Wing gets it, so they think, "Oh, it's the magic of mail. It's being transported." What if it doesn't get to him? Like, I love his little silent beat though. Like the ice cream truck goes by, they kill him. The skateboard goes by. Like, well, this is time passing. Well, this is getting us nowhere.
Right.
Okay, so then we got Stu. Meanwhile, he's not listening. Not listening to the instructions Dee Dee's laying out for him. Make sure you do it in different loads. Not doing them. He's doing it all in one load. Like it's like just someone trying to do the easy ways to get back to his
colors up, Stu.
He is.
You don't want to mix the. Like even I know that you don't want to mix the whites and the colors.
Yeah, Spider-Man logic, man.
Oh,
Exactly.
dangerous.
Oh, come on!
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I just got that. Oh.
This is a fun kickoff to Christmas in July. This is a fun episode.
Anyway, so then this is the most political Christmas in July you're gonna get, folks.
It's almost as fun as Christmas with the Cranks.
No. Anyway,
Please stop me.
so then we see Stewie uses the box full of snowflakes. Soap flakes.
Soap flakes, yeah, I love that.
So I can see the setup a mile away. Oh boy, soap flakes. Of all things to make soap out of, flakes.
Flakes.
Oh, cleverness. Meanwhile, so let's see. So then the babies come to the logic of, well, maybe it needs to be cold to snow, so let's make it colder in here. How do we do? We use the hair conditioner vent.
Mm-hmm.
Hair conditioner. Why do they call it air conditioner? Well, cold air comes out and blows your hair back. Okay. Again, the logic. It's like almost Abbott and Costello logic of why do they call it that? Well, because of that. Okay.
But first, we got to play with the Thermosplat.
Yeah. Yeah, they use so again, here's like just my constant, a bit of like a lighter version of my constant gripe of the Rugrats going up here. Just one, Stu rightly so. He sees the kids are stacking on top of each other, using like a broom and trying to change everything.
Like, oh my God, I should actually be a parent right now.
Yeah, Stu's fine here though. He realizes, jumps in the action.
No,
Oh my God! He gets the kids. You're gonna fall if you do that. So, okay, responsible parent. He sees it, attends to it. Let me remind you of this. So Dee Dee, first of all, she's in the other room, not paying any mind to the kids at all. Just want to put that out there. Second of all, then she says,
yeah, just put that in the lexicon, just for reference, yeah.
And second of all, she says to Stu after this happens. Again, if I were Stu, I'd say, "Wait, where were you during this?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Dee Dee says, "Well,
babies fall and break their necks, and Dee Dee is just like not even aware."
She'll milk it like Lois Griffin. Anyway, so Dee Dee
that's a
basically,
pretty low bar to set. That's pretty low.
So Dee Dee then says, "Well, they've been
Dee Dee's annoying, but I don't think she's a terrible human being."
Fair point. Okay, I'm just a little peeved at Dee Dee in general. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so Dee Dee says they've been acting strange all day. And again, Dee Dee, red flag, they've been acting strange. Maybe, I don't know, watch them for a bit, see what they're going for.
Right?
Look, I'm not a parent.
It's like your babies just start, like, making these odd sounds that you've never heard before, and it's like, eh.
We have a little exorcist situation going on here. Does none of this ring any bells? But
You shouldn't be escaping so frequently.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously though, if I were, I'm not a parent, but if I were, I'm just saying I'd take a moment, watch the kids, and I think I'd like to think I'd be able to pick up on the fact, well, they're standing around Christmas tree singing, okay. Maybe they think it's Christmas time. Maybe they're singing Christmas carols. Maybe they're replicating Christmas-like behavior. I'd like to think I'd pick up on that. I'm not a parent though, so don't. Okay, so then Stu is psyched about precipitation charts.
Indeed.
And I gotta tell you, the one point for Didio is just this. What do you think of like this? I don't know if it's a point, just something to notice here. Didio gives like this look of like utter like Why did I marry this man?
Why did we give up that Brazilian helicopter pilot? Come.
Dude, talk like this just makes me want to get the Friday. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
Anyway, however, seriously, I tell you, when Dee Dee gives looks like this, I'm thinking, Dee Dee, you could try a little more. Do you ever think of that? Just try a little more. But
just try. Come on, just try.
give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's see. So, what's our next bit here?
Let's see. Our next bit is, I believe this is where the snow starts to come out, right? The
Yes.
laundry detergent stuff.
I believe that in
Oh, no, hold on. Stu has a great line.
Yeah.
Hey, Dee Dee, you've got to see it. They have hailstones the size of guava melons.
That is a great line.
It's a brilliant line. I love it.
It's a little deliberate. It's the emphasis on they had hailstones the size of guava melons.
Guava!
Okay, anyway, so then Tommy in classic Rugrats fashion, he's singing, okay, what's the next logical step? We were put in the playpen. We escape from the playpen because no one's going to give a darn.
Pretty much.
He goes for the screwdriver, but oddly enough, for this occasion, there are very few occasions this happens, he doesn't have the screwdriver on him. No!
Twist.
And then Toy Story 2 fashion, he says, Chucky, we need to use your head. Apparently I'm the only Tiki and I are the only one who get that reference.
Wait. One moment.
Nice.
You promised. Anyway.
It's like Spider-Man. Everybody only gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Okay, so what's happening next? So here's Chucky's head.
All right, Peter? Well, apparently everybody only gets one. Alright, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what happens next, Tiki?
Okay, well, like I said, they're screwing with the thermostat and it doesn't work. But then, and they're all sad, they're all melancholy. But then, out of the hair conditioner, can it be laundry detergent snow? Oh my God! And so the babies start playing in it. At first, the parents are panicked, and they actually like care for once. They're like, oh, something might be wrong with our kids. Oh no, we better actually watch them for once.
But I love there's the moment of defeat on Tommy before the snow happens. Like, oh, well, that's everything. We're done for. Game over, man. But then the snow comes, and I guess just the visual side, like snow-like appearance in the house. The snow coming down the house. That looks really nice.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
It's like I was like, snow, yay, and they're all going nuts for it. Hooray! It's a white Christmas after all. So then basically Dee Dee kind of picks up and like she's like I guess tasting the snow or something. She says, "Wait, is that laundry soap?" And then this is funny though. Stu just kind of cuts her up before kind of realizing, oh man, something must have gone wrong with the laundry. She says, oh, let's not worry about that now. And then Lou Claus comes down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
And then this kind of moment, the first time I watched this, and just rewatching it now, just kind of still catches me a little off guard. Like, oh man, poor Grandpa Lou. It's glad he's okay. I mean, he fell on soap. That's very dangerous.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, for an old man, it's a pretty bad fall.
But then again, I guess Grandpa Lou, he's a sturdy guy. Because remember all the stuff that happened to him that he pretended to be sick that one episode.
That's true.
He's a sturdy guy. I gotta give him points. So anyway,
he drops the presents, and then instantly the Rugrats are like, best Christmas ever!
And then Chucky, smartly enough, Adventure Booty, like to weigh in on what Chucky's reaction is. The gifts.
Yes, he's seen the toys somewhere.
Yes, see, an air of familiarity on the toys.
Yes.
It's not about the gift itself, folks. It's about the giving of it.
Then we get a quick flash of pictures. Stu saying cheese over and over. Cheese! Cheese! And all the pictures of Stu are blurry except one that comes in clear. But Tommy and Dee Dee are blurry.
No. Tommy and Stu are fine, but Dee Dee properly so is blurred.
Man, you really don't like Dee Dee.
I'm sorry. Every time I rewatch the Rugrats, she is the one. She's that huge splotch on my nostalgic childhood memories. Like, I used to give her a pass way back in the day, but now with perspective, man, you really are the ditziest parent I've ever met.
Yeah, pretty much. She's pretty bad. She's pretty bad there. All right, so let's see, and then I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, overall thoughts on this episode, gentlemen?
AdvBlueDude.
I mean, it's the Rugrats. It's a great show. There's not really a whole lot to say about it.
I appreciate the fact that this was a pre-Dill episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's one other Christmas episode of the well, there's actually two more that we need to get into. But one will be the first Christmas one that they did, and then there's one that they did in like their last season that we'll get to maybe next year. I know. We need to round it out though. We need to eventually get to it. I'm not excited for it either. But BlueDragonFive, what do you think?
This one's always been kind of a nostalgic kind of holiday one in my mind. Of like, it again, it embodies what we're going for here. Is the Christmas in July thing. Of like, you can always bask in the Christmas spirit when you just kind of keep it in mind. Of like, it kind of embodies what Christmas is. It's not exactly about the holiday itself. And we see that by the end of this episode. It's not about the gifts you get. They really just kind of put that in there. Like, well, we've gotten these gifts before. This isn't actually Christmas. But no, it's about just the feeling. It's about that holiday cheer you feel. It's about just getting in the holiday spirit. Yeah. That's what it's all about. That's what Christmas is about, and it's always nice to kind of get psyched for that when you can realize, it doesn't have to be Christmas to feel that way all the time. But you don't have to go too sappy with it either. Just kind of just have a moment, like a month, one could say, of just like saying, you know what? I can't wait for Christmas. That's what we're doing.
Well, one of the, just a little bit of a teaser / spoiler for the Christmas in July schedule, one of the things that me and AdvBlueDude are going to be doing, and I'm really excited about this, is we're going to be coming up with our hypothetical Gravity Falls Christmas specials.
Correct.
And the reason why that's so exciting is because Gravity Falls takes place over a summer. So we're really going to have to get creative with it. It's going to be fun.
Also, I just realized that that's the first pseudo-direct years in about a year and a half.
Well, I mean, me and BlueDragonFive have done, like, hypothetical stuff. We did
hypothetical... you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we've done stuff. It's just not been on...
Never mind.
The direct years label is kind of retired at this point, I think.
Know.
I think there's places for it.
Oh, don't worry. No, seriously, the direct years will be back at some point. Don't worry.
At some point.
Someday.
Don't worry. It'll be back soon. I'm saying like within months, perhaps.
Just like the Florida Project.
Hey.
Shots fired.
Okay, hidden
Shots
Tiki.
fired.
Okay, well, I guess before we go, we should...
chronological quest.
Okay, fair enough. Monkey already made fun of me in Dr. Seuss rhyme about that, and it was beautiful.
Okay, well, before we go, we should let's peek beneath the wrapping paper, shall we? Should we give the folks a little tease at what's
going on? Are we not going to do naughty or nice?
No.
Oh, we're not? Oh, I thought we were.
Well, no, we decided against that.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Let's peek behind
last year's presents, folks. Sorry about that.
Okay, so BlueDragonFive, why don't you introduce this one because you're the one who picked it.
Sure. So, folks, next installment of Christmas in July, we're going to be unwrapping. We're going to be unwrapping a Batman episode like we did last year, and we talked a little Batman around Christmas in July. We're going to be doing it again for Brave and the Bold this time. Brave and the Bold, Invasion of the Secret Santa is what I'm looking forward to.
I'm excited for this because I haven't seen any Brave and the Bold, but I kind of like the sort of humor that show goes for. So I'm excited to check it out. It should be a neat. Like the fun thing for me about Christmas in July is that it kind of exposes me to. Like, for example, it was the first episode of Mork and Mindy that I'd seen. And of course, obviously, rest in peace, Robin Williams and everything like that. But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun to, and I'm not sure if it's the case more so with you, BlueDragonFive. I'm not sure if I've introduced you to any shows through Christmas in July. But I know for me, it's definitely been fun to kind of jump into these things and kind of be blind to the characters and be like, okay, let's figure it out based on the Christmas story. So that should be fun. All right. Adventure Blue Dude, got anything left to say with your fancy mustache? I love when you look up in the mustache expression. It's beautiful. Do it again.
Well,
Look up. Look up quizzically. All right. Anything?
Not really, frankly. I'm sorry.
You gotta see it! It's hailing! And the hail is the size of guava melons!
Yes.
Guava melons!
If only that happened in California, we'd be a lot better off.
No, it wouldn't.
We're gonna kill each other.
There's
Help
no
us.
water, only watermelon-sized ice. Falling from the sky.
That would eventually melt into water.
Or dry up. Because it's
Alright. Help us. California is
desert
suffering.
wasteland.
It's gonna die.
Like Mad Max.
It's gonna die. Like Mad Max. I had a brother! I had a little baby brother! And he was perfect in every way!